pull it up here, pull it up here. Leave this on. No. There you go. Alright. There we go. Pull up my chat monitor. Oh, chat. Okay. Okay. Alright. So, welcome to Splatoon Raiders. I am in the post game. I beat this game fully on my own, like solo. No streams of it. I suppose because this was a game I wanted to be able to like experience kind of for myself for the most part, you know. And I quite liked it. I have yet to do a review though because I want to beat the true final boss. And I don't know if I'm good enough to get there. We'll see. We'll see. But what I'm trying to do right now is just get my equipment as set up as possible. You know, giving myself the best chances to go further. Ooh. Ooh, that's cheaper. That's cheaper. I will take that for sure. Oh, that's right, because it takes 5, but I can afford it now. I have the space. So, slight cooldown reduction achieved. Still not a lot, like it still takes a little while, but I have that extra space to afford more, so I can probably make some magic happen with that, which is good. So, what I've been trying to do is beat this Crepe Lava Lake right now. Because it gives me a ton of Spirelight, and I need a ton of Spirelight to get upgrades. It also gives me a lot of weapons to do these stages. So, I will say, I actually did almost beat this stage. I had 1 life left, and I only needed 1 power egg more. I got that 1 power egg more, but like a fool, I said, oh, I'll take on 1 whole set of enemies, just for the experience, you know? It'll be worth it. Get a bunch of experience. Ah. Okay, I need to get out of there. Get my heals. Yeah, this game gets crazy. These are the hardest difficulty stages that you can do like normally in the game. Where is the smoker? I see it. You're dead. Get out of here. Oh, I didn't even realize this guy was here. Just hanging out. No, 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 no. Don't you go. Don't you go. Freeze again. Oh, he left. Okay. Didn't even notice he was there. I need to read the things that pop up on the screen more. I just kind of go in and I just deal with it. You know, whatever happens. But yeah, I died when I was effectively ready for the full, like I had 1,600 power eggs, so I was getting the full, like, double rewards for beating the stage. And I kind of threw that away. One of my goals is to be able to have my Splatlights have Scorch, because I don't, it's the only, like, status effect that I don't have set up on my kit. It actually used to be on my shooter that I've got here, but it just kind of does damage over time, but it's not like a super vital thing. But when it would be paired with the Splatolites that cover such a huge area, like these things, just setting things on fire and doing like little extra bits of damage, that would add up a lot. Whereas on my shooter, where I'm mostly focused on one target at a time, you know, maybe a small group, it just wouldn't be that smart. Bye. Hello, big sir. I'd like to shoot you. Look at that. Okay, I see a smoker over there with some sort of anomalous den. Hello, friend. I was gonna say, there's someone else here. I found them. Whee. But no, this game is very fun. I especially, one of the other things is I don't want to spoil too much about this game. It has a really sick, like, main final boss sequence. So, like, I don't want to, like, spoil the experience. If you have a Switch 2, just get this game. Just get this. It's so addictive. Ow. Oh. Ah. Okay. Didn't kill me. And you're dead. And you're dead. And you're dead. And you're dead. Alright. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of times where I'm just gonna lock in and like not be talking as I'm playing. Just as a warning, if you were expecting this to be a particularly talkative one, it's gonna be like times like this where I'm like going between places, and it's like, yeah, I'll talk then. But other than that, it'll be a little quiet. Jump it over here, this guy out. Ah, this guy's still here. These ones always slip past me, like, visually when I'm, like, trying to scope out who's left. Because they're, like, jumping somewhere, they're just sitting. They're usually kind of small, so don't always catch them. I wish I could get a little more height with that jump, but that's fine. Okay. I see it done. Whoa! Okay. Enemy numbers are greatly reduced. There we go. I would like to freeze this guy so that he stops dropping AoE nukes. Okay. And you're gone. Everybody's gone. Okay. Is there a beam this way? Yes, there is. You're dead. Ooh. Okay. There's a beam way over there. And there's a beam back on that one. I'm gonna go for the one that's way over there, because by the time I get to that, there's probably gonna be more that respawn. Oh wait, is this the little pocket that's got the big guys? It is, okay. Yeah, let me fight these guys. Free. Free eggs. Free items. Oh, hello. Oh, perfect freeze. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna get killed here probably. Yeah, well, that's one life. Gone. They're gone. And I don't need to pick up all the things that drop, because they get picked up at the end of the stage when you finish. Oh, great, this became a surprise anomaly. You're gone. I don't want you guys to hang out too much. Thank you. Bonk. Blue. Okay. Okay, the one up at this spot in this tower is back to being open. I think that's what I'm going to go for. I have one fully charged up fry, so that's going to be helpful here. I can just get to the tower and just drop fry and call it a day. Jump up. Oh, if I don't fall off. Beautiful. Big Shuttle was still hopping around. He's gone now. Alright. Okay, I have 2 lives. I think I can risk taking on this 1 extra crystal on my way. Last time I only had 1 life, and I was... You know, that was the stupid risk that I took. Because I only had 1 life. But I have multiple lives. Loaded. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna get a ton of Spiralite off this. Oh yeah. Yeah, and anything that I hadn't picked up just got pulled in. Yeah, I got like a full level off that and a half almost. So I was close to a level up, I think. So it was like a little more than a half level. As you can see, level 50 is the cap, and anything past that, you just get like the little plus. So I get plus 2 damage every level up. It's not a lot, but it helps. You can see I've got all these rewards. Most of these are for weapons, and these weapons are getting scrapped. Insta scrap. Alright, and then I just want to see about upgrading. Okay, so this is going to take 30,000. That's going to greatly reduce the cost of explosion area up. Okay, that's good. I don't have the final cooldown one yet, so that's not going to matter. I think what I'm going to do... So this added explosion ones, okay, that does get a little cheaper. I'm debating waiting until I have that at a maximum one. Damage surge, like this is going to be nice. This is something I really want. So I need to free up 1 to do that first. Enhanced knockback, I know this one is a maxed out one. So if I get that, I can get the damage surge max put on once I upgrade that. I'm gonna develop this in advance of when I'm gonna be able to use it, because I can't currently. I don't think I have the space on it. Yeah, no, I don't. But hypothetically, as I get things, I can further reduce this. Because look at that, that's 30%. That's huge. And I think upgrading that should get me -2. It's either 2 or 1. Usually it's 1, but I think for these ones it's 2. Yeah. So if I can get -2 on that, I'll be able to fit it in amongst some of these other things when they're upgraded too. Okay. Yeah, one of the other things is when you're on this hardest difficulty mode, like, it puts you into just absolute max difficulty, which I played most of this game on just, like, the normal difficulty. Which I think is just called, like, Raider. But, when you're on these, like, extra spicy stages, or you're in the, like, end game, like... Oh, God. I gotta get out of there. He was inside of the dumpster. He was untouchable. Alright, you're just annoying. Go away. I was gonna say, look, they should be getting close to me now. Get you squished. You dead. Get you down so that I can get up here, you out. That out. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. But no, survivalist difficulty is hard. It took me a little while to get used to it when I got into the bottomless buffet section of the game. Oh, do I want to go down there? Look at those bomb guys. And Tong guys. Yeah, let's just not do that right now. I might go down there eventually. It's not gonna be yet. Hello, everybody. Hi, get out of here. Get over here. One of the main things that I've found that helps a lot, at least on these stages where I have the time, is to just, like, stay moving. Stay out of the way. Let the enemies kind of come to me a little bit and prioritize, like, key targets that are, like, big threats to me. Oh, I didn't notice he had his bomb charging. What do I get for standing behind him? So that's just been, like, a kind of a helpful thing on these. When I'm in the actual bottomless buffet, I have like 90 seconds. I have to do things in a timely fashion. Jeez. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ow. Oh no, he disappeared. Okay. Well, I'll take whatever's in these. I was gonna say, I'm like, usually there's an item in those boxes. Whee. I don't need the zippy zoppy pad. Screw zippy zoppies. Here. The Splatchet is not a popular choice for a lot of the game. Ooh. Alright, Fry saved me. But I quite like the Splatchet because it has just so much damage and it pierces armor. Which, that's the biggest thing for me, is like, I can hit like the normal ones of these guys and just, these scrappers can't do anything. They just get hit. These big guys, not so much, because you know, they have so much damage on the front end. But just being able to zip through, it also works really well against little Rainmaker boys. So it's like, I don't know, there's actual value to it that I get. I'm sure, like, when you're getting to, like, floors like 500, 600, that damage just ends up not being worth it. I feel like at that point you really need mobility, if I had to guess. Mobility and damage. You guys don't even have a thing. No, I'm just gonna leave you alone. Go over here. Fight this one. I'm gonna keep that slamming lid alive. So I can use it for my own gain. You die. Asian, thank you. Collect that. Gucci. Once I've done all of these stages, or at least, you know, farmed enough stuff off of these stages, I definitely think at some point I'm going to be farming, like, doing more of my grinding in the bottomless buffet, like early stages, because you can get upgrades to your like plundered loot that gives you little, like, boosts to your stats, or, you know, whatever, like little upgrades. So, like, that stuff you can get higher levels of in the, like, bottomless buffet. Compared to, like, what you can find in the story, which there are some of those that I'd definitely like to have. I've gotten some of my upgrades for those just through having naturally progressed in the bottomless buffet, but supposedly you do get those at any depth into the buffet. There's no thank you. Jump over here, get out of the way. You die. And you die. Get that. Get this. These. Nice. Oh, I see a red one up here. Up here then. And I see a normal one nearby too. Okay. There are too many of you guys. Stop it. Also, the reason I couldn't stream last weekend. I was at a convention. I did post about it a little bit, like I mentioned it. Then I also shared the one convention. There genius meta at a convention. I don't know. I'm sure this has been a thing at other conventions, and it's just not been a thing at the one that I was at. So I went to a convention called Techo. That's in Pittsburgh. Generally every summer now. It was once a spring convention, but as far as like available time slots at that convention center, they didn't have a choice but to become a summer con. Oh god, oh god, oh god, don't die, don't die. Oh, I died. There's nothing I can do. I hate when these big guys show up. Let's try to take this guy down. Try to take this guy down. Oh, leaving. But there was someone at the con who was absolute genius for this. You know, one of the biggest things that's difficult at conventions is like, one, right now there's a lot of AI showing up at different cons. Usually from people claiming to not have been like an AI artist, but it's clearly AI art or whatever. So there's a lot of those showing up. But there's also, you know, how do you get people to your booth? And so one of the artists this year, they had a bunch of these really, like, quickly, hastily drawn. They called them shitty, but at the end of the day, they were actually, like, you can tell, like, this is a skilled artist doing this. There's both a lot of confidence in the loose depictions of things, but also like there's a lot of like clear, you know, skill in how they would draw things, and then there's a lot of confidence in it. These guys, I was like, where's this last spot? These guys are sometimes like really distant from everything else. But they called them shitty commissions, and they were charging like $20 for line art, $30 for color. They were drawn with a Crayola marker and crayons, and that was it. And it was absolutely genius because people would see these like silly little drawings and be like, "Oh, what's that? What is this?" And then they would, you know, be interested in finding out more, and they'd ask people, like, because they'd see people carrying them around too, and be like, "Oh, where'd you get that? What is that?" And yeah, they were just taking commissions, and that's one of the things, is like, it got people over, because they'd see these like silly drawings all over the place, whether that was just someone carrying one around. They'd also give you like a little like binder sheet cover thing. There's so many things. They'd give you like a little binder sheet cover to kind of protect the page a bit, because it was literally just drawn on like printer paper, so there's no sturdiness or thickness to it. But it was really effective because it would get people over. You'd see people walking around with them. That was how I found it. I was like, oh, why are all these people carrying these like really silly looking drawings around? And then as we were walking through the area, we found that booth, that there was an artist who was just doing that, and we were like, whoa, cool. And they were all like, it literally said like done in 2 to 5 minutes. It's like, you can literally just go in, be like, hey, can I get this, and you'd have it drawn right in front of you. So it's like instant guarantee that there is no AI involved in the creation process. Which, that's huge. It's like a verifiably, there's no chance. It's not like, oh, they're using some new model that you didn't know about that doesn't have the same hallmarks as all the others. Like, you literally watch as you know, she would like draw this in front of you. And that was like a really cool, really clever idea, because like it enticed a lot of people. There was a lot of interest, and there was always a line. She always had a line. But it was a small line because she moved so fast. It didn't take very long, so the line was never longer than like a couple people. It was always a line that you could wait in. And she had other, like, you know, full effort art as well. So you could kind of look at that while you were waiting for her to, you know, finish up someone else's commission so that you could do yours. So it enticed a lot of people to just check out what she was offering. And also gave them something that was entertaining to watch, low, like, cost-effective. Like, you could buy prints at some of these booths for $20, and for $30 you could have something completely drawn for you. It could be an OC, it could be a persona. They had a couple restrictions on, like, oh, I won't draw. VTubers for personal reasons was one of them. They won't draw real people unless they're like an actor who is in that drawing portraying a different character, like they're not a caricature artist, like stuff like that. But it was really funny because, like, you know, you could get there and you just have this short wait of, like, you know, maybe at most 10 minutes. If there was a line of 2 people. I did not see a single person who didn't get a colored drawing either. But I did the math, because at all times that she was out on the con floor, which was open about 8 hours a day most days. It was 7 hours the first day. Or the first full day. And the first day that it was open. And then 8 hours the other 2 days. And I did the math, and I was like, if she did exclusively line art in 5 minutes each, so $20 an hour, 5 minutes each. Or sorry, $20 per 5 minutes. She was making something like $1,000 an hour, which was crazy. And the thing is, not a single person that I saw had a line art one. So it was actually more like $30 per 5 minutes, which would be like $1,500 an hour. And not all of them took 5 minutes. The guy in front of me took like 2. I took like 3. Actually, the guy in front of me might have been up to 4. It was a little more complex of a character outfit. Mine took like 3. So, worst case scenario, she was making between $1,000 to $1,500. Sorry, no, per hour, per day. Wait, let me do the math on it. Real quick. So let's say $20. That's 5 minutes. So let's do 60 divided by 5. So we got 12 drawings per hour times 20. So it's $240 an hour roughly. She was out most of the day, had people there most of the day. So let's just say that, you know, she had all but 1 hour, so 7 hours. So that if she was gone for 1 hour and doing nothing but these little commissions and not selling any prints, not selling any other additional things, she was making $16.80 an hour. Or per day, not per hour. $16.80 per day. Off just that. That's not counting prints. That's not counting full comms that people did later, you know, for, you know, after getting her card. She was a Chupacabra. I don't know where she's from, if she's local to the like Pittsburgh area or if she like travels from con to con. But if you see her booth at a con, check it out. It's a relatively affordable commission rate, fast product, very fun to watch. Highly recommend. Anyway, let me see. I did not know that. I have not watched the Angry Birds movies. Is there 2 now? I think there's 2 now. So I'm not familiar with what kind of bird. I haven't played the game in a long time. I played the original Angry Birds like when it literally like first came out. That was when I first experienced Angry Birds. Oh, there's a guy underneath me. I saw the lines and I was like, wait, what is that? It could have been one of the missiles, actually. It was probably one of the missiles. I don't think it was one of the... Ow. Ew. Oh, there's a Moz. Okay, no, it might have been a Moz. It might have been. There is one out. Go away. Yeah, so the commission I got was if you follow me on Blue Sky at all, you'll know that one of my like Monster Tamer concept and Monster Tamer RTS. I haven't done any drawings or sprites or anything recently, but you know, I've just been busy with work. So my creative side has been languishing in the meantime. But excuse me. Pardon me. Alright, I'm scared. I'm scared. But it was one of my monsters, which is Rascal, which is sort of a smug punk rat. It's a huge like pompadour thing that vaguely resembles like a gun, because you know he's a little like punk street gangster rat, but like more mobster energy. So he's got this like pompadour, this like smug smile, and he just kind of mogs at you. That's the other thing. Like his attack style would be like this like pure like kind of energy. Like it would just like he would make a face, and then the face would like chase after you. Okay, my health is back. Heal me, please. You die. You're annoying. You go away. I don't need you. Alright, now you can go. But, yeah, so I got that guy. But no, it was really fun. It was a fun thing to watch. And it was making me think about how, and it kind of took me back to when I was in college. My main artist that I commissioned these days, 4 Dozen Eggs. We went to school together. And we would sometimes do this thing where I would just, like, give him a drawing and he'd sketch it real quick in, like, a much higher quality than whatever I could draw. And that was, like, a fun little game we'd play. And it's, like, it's kind of that thing, one of the ways that like AI kind of appeals to people is like instant gratification. So it like our brains really like that. So our brains really like when you put in a prompt and then suddenly within like a minute you've got this, you know, relatively beautifully rendered thing. Not saying that like Gen AI looks beautiful, but like that, you know, relative to what they could do themselves, it is at least passingly higher quality or closer to what they would want it to be. And my version of that was him. Like, I didn't need AI for that. I had him. I could just sit there and we'd just do this little thing where I'd give him my crappy little drawing, and in like a couple minutes he'd like sketch out this beautiful or creepy or whatever looking version of it. There was one that we did that was a really fun one where I would try to sketch a person we knew, and then he would try to draw them. Like that, not that person, but like he would take the drawing I did and try to make it better, which involved trying to figure out who was drawn. Do I know who this is based on this drawing, and can I depict them accurately? And sometimes I did not have a good enough drawing to base it on, so he'd just be like, I have no idea who this is, but I have a loose idea of maybe who it is. And that was always fun. But that was like the thing, is like I just had a friend who was very gifted in art and, you know, could make that magic happen like before my eyes. It kind of felt like that, and I was just like, man, he did a con and he got to table, like he could literally do like, I'll do a 2-minute sketch and people would be all over that. 1000% all over that. Just like people were all over like Chupacabras table. So I hope that someday this can be what he gets to do, you know, at some point. Just like a little like here rapid commission thing. And it's like, I don't know, it's crazy because it's like I feel like I've seen like artists do streams and stuff, and I feel like I've never seen, I'm sure this is a thing, but like I feel like I've never seen like a quick like 5-minute commission like charity stream or something where it's like, oh, if you donate I will draw a thing for you. Like I would do a commission real quick, but it'll be timed at like 5 minutes, so it's just gonna be a sketch, you know, like something. I'm like, that would go so hard. That would like get so many people interested, because it's like you can do these like relatively low cost things and get a lot of people's attention that way. And it's like a lower like effort threshold. And it's like even like not as a charity stream thing, just like as a stream, that would go so crazy. But it's like there are a lot of like digital artists who are very like slow, methodical. I mean, my buddy Cortez is like that when he's like drawing and stuff. Like it's generally like a little bit like slower of a process. I mean, you'd expect when you're trying to like get something that looks really, really good and polished. And he's like a perfectionist about it too. But I've always loved like just watching his like sketching process and stuff. And, okay, so I like seeing art as it's made before my eyes. It's part of why like when I do like some of my first pixel art content was like just here's like a full time lapse of me like spriting out something. And I always enjoyed watching that. Like there's something so satisfying about like watching art before your very eyes. No, I do want to do this. I do want to do this. Okay, there. Alright, I see that there's messages in chat. I will get to those when I'm done with this stage, because... Oh boy. I've just been going from fight to fight on this one. I like the layout of this one a lot more than that lava one. The lava one just, it's like, I don't know, you're just constantly like fighting your way over to places, but you're not fighting enemies, you're like fighting the terrain. It's not as fun of one to like explore and go from place to place. Like this one, it's like it feels very condensed. I actually kind of like how there's all these areas that there's ice and stuff in your way, and so it can kind of be difficult to navigate from that perspective. But it's like you're not like going super slow. Okay. These guys are not a real enemy group, but it's free eggs. Well, free eggs is free real estate. Yeah, get this guy first. Oh, we got one of the big towers. One of the big towers. Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna say, look, they're getting me. They're getting me with that. He's dead. Little fly fish. I love how they just, to keep the round silhouette with the two big things to either shoulder, I love how they just made them fat instead of having their little dome that they used to have. Because it used to be like a normal size small fry, but this game, you don't have bombs. And the way you used to have to fight those was bombs, or like this one weapon that was so powerful could like pierce through, and that was super cool when that was announced. When people realized that you could do that and stuff, I was like, oh, that's so sick, I can just like destroy things. The super, I think it was like one of the sniper rifles. And it was like, oh, it's so strong that you can just like shoot him and like, he would die, even though normally it would block all damage. Or no, it was one of the, or no, it was that, and then there was like another one that was the Grisco Blaster or something that had it was strong enough that it acted as a true bomb. So if you like jumped up and went into one of the dumpsters, it would like instantly blow it up. When normally you would need like a bomb to do that. I like how he was on like this perfect little square. Hello, you're dead. Whee. Okay. Almost done with this station. Almost catch him. Oh god, oh god, oh god, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Yikes, 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 yikes. No thank you, no thank you. Leave me be. I will say, mild spoilers to the game. I wish the Triumvirate was here. No Triumvirate. And I'm like, I never was able to beat any of the members of the Triumvirate. Not a single one of those bosses. Like, I literally beat 0 of them in Splatoon 3. And I think they would go so hard as bosses here. Like, maybe they're part of the secret boss fight or something. I just don't know about that, but I don't think they are. And that makes me sad, because I thought those were really cool. They were the first, like, take on, like, what if a salmonid was a big, scary, like, boss monster. And they were absolutely sick. Oh, level up. And this is just pure chaos. Who's got the... Okay, there's a stinger. There's no way that stinger counts as with this. So perfect, right? No, it actually does. Okay. Why are you over there? Yeah, that's just the one that spawns over there. I guess he got aggroed, and so he counted as an enemy that needed killed. Okay. So I need to get to the big one. To get to the big one, I have to go through this field. I'm just gonna go through this one. I have 2 lives. Again, 2 lives. It's safe. Oh, Goldie's here. Oh, God. Already died. Okay, and I died. Okay, alright. We'll see. This one might be, oh, stupid of me. I'm just not gonna pay close attention to Goldie. Oh, hey, Goldie. Oh, jumping away, jumping away, jumping away, jumping away. Healing. Healing. Ow. Running away, running away. Alright, I think the Goldie's, yeah, gone. Barely did anything to him. You need to die. You're big and in the way. And you, I would also like to see dead. Thank you. You guys, you did kill me, but you're not my actual enemy. You guys are just hanging out. And I can appreciate that. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Really? That's crazy to me. I love how, like, it's like how can you be like that tangential? Oh, nice. If you have these ones, they just instant scrap. So those do get scrapped. Okay. Well, that's not bad. That's just free spiralite. But that's crazy to me. Like, how can you be so tangential to these communities that are so unequivocally woke? And, like, be so not that. Like, that's like, Tara Strong is one where, like, she's liberal, but she's like, I don't know, she's posted some like weird stuff in the past, but then she's also like super like pro Israel from what I remember, and like, you know, very unchill about it, which is crazy and sad to me, because it's like, it sucks to have someone who's been like such a like pivotal part in your like childhood and be like, oh, okay. And that's why you don't put people on pedestals, because then you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna have those moments where you go, oh. It's like, and it just sucks. Let me see, what can I upgrade? Over here, I wanted to upgrade this explosion area up. Get 2 things. I can almost afford to get that. Yeah, I wanted to upgrade this, and then I'll be able to do... Yeah, if I do that and I get damage surge upgraded, I can fit the new damage surge. And that'll be huge for me. But it's just like, oh man. Well, that's the crazy stuff. Like, there's so many cases like that. It's just like, it blows my mind, because I'm like, how can you be... I mean, I guess the same thing happens in Europe to an extent, where it's like, how can you be so concerned with, like being socially aware and, you know, generally being, like, not pro-racism and stuff like that, but also be like, but this little genocide going on, I think it's a good thing, because sometimes they do mean things because we've been genociding them. And it's like, meanwhile, they're, you know, using we, even though it's like, well, you're not Israeli, you know? Like, Gal Gadot can use that one. But it's just like, it's crazy to me. It's like, how can you be so aware of other things and have such a big blind spot, you know? And the same thing happens in Europe with the Roma people. Where it's just like, people are just like so racist. It's not even just the Roma people, it's also like anyone like Arab who's in Europe. There's just so much stuff that I'm just like, that's crazy to me. It's like, in what world does this make sense to you? Like, how are you such a, like, illogical person to not understand that, like, these things are bad, and for reasons that things that you agree are bad are also bad. Like, how can you not draw that connection in your head? It blows me away. Anyways, I'm going to the next one. I'm going to Bagel Beach. I'm going to Bagel Beach, I think. Let's get some bagels at Bagel Beach. Alright. This one, I have some gripes with the design of. There's a lot of spaces where you can't swim through it. And I think that that's like an instant, like, that's not a good design choice for a stage in this game. Like, if you can't navigate between... Whoa! Getting out of that. Where you can't, like, navigate between the sections where you're fighting by swimming, so you just have to, like, slowly walk across something. That... It doesn't feel as good. That's one of my #1 gripes. And there's a lot of these stages where they kind of do that just to pad the distance. And I'm like, you've already got them distant. You know, if you gave me something fun as a way to traverse between them in every case, that would be great. Like, this is not fun. But you can at least swim across it and make it. But then they give you these ones like that little bridge there, you can't ink it. So it's never fun. You just have to deal with it. A little bit baffling, that choice. Okay. Oh my god, there wasn't even one here. That was just a normal fight? Okay, so, like, you can't ink that. You can ink this. So this little spot's fun, but this spot's not. You just can't move across it quickly unless you're, like, using something that gives you dashes. It's like, maybe it's to make it so that the speed gadgets feel more fun, so they feel like you're making more speedy maneuvers. So it's like, oh, look at all these places that you can use them. Oh, okay. Whoa. Whoa, chill, chill, chill. Be gone. Whee. You die. You're almost dead. Maybe not. I thought you were. Okay, now they're good. Smoker, you get out of there. You're, like, surrounded by too many enemies. I cannot shoot you, buddy. It's funny. There's so many people who are like, the smoker is my least favorite enemy in the game. And I'm like, really? I don't know. Like they're sometimes tricky to locate, but like it's like when one shows up, you just go fight it. The ones that annoy me are the ones that are just like absolute damage sponges, like the dude with all the arms. Like, dude, just chill, man. Why are you so much? Alright. You gone. Whoa, hello, everybody. Kind of awkward spot, bud. Ooh. Surprise. Leave me alone. Oh, the fly fish got me. I was second for getting that back. Okay. Well. They're all dead now. That's tragic. That was like seconds. Seconds away from that having been not a problem at all. You thought you'd surprise me, but you can't. I see there's 2 red beams. This direction. Of course it's a co-op party. Ooh, okay. There's a stinger over here. Smash them! Kill them! I was like, I'd like to start healing, please. Are you kidding me? You're alive? Stop that. Stop being alive. Okay. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. Oh, I need to slip away for a bit. And no. Thank you. Right, I have fry charged up for the next one. delicious. Oh, I don't like the fast travel. It scares me. Oh, they are fast. Oh, and there's a big guy. Moz. Whoa! Oh, okay. Going this way. Going this way instead. Let's do that. Oh, okay. Did not realize I had broken my armor because there were so many explosions that I couldn't hear it. Oh, there it is. I have it again. Oh my god. We don't need to chill. Please. Stop it. There's too many. Okay. Get that. You're frozen. You're not doing more. Ah, this one was above that still. And you're gone. Whoa, okay. 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 Free. 2 bits of spotlight. Oh, there it is. Okay. Onward to the next hole. Whoa! 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 Hey! Get out of here. Whoa! Oh, I forgot the mouse could do that. Unless you brought that for pure luck. Oh, to freeze him. They're gone. Okay, I have enough, so I can just leave. I can leave. Splatoon Raiders, man. Splatoon Raiders. That's how. Never doubt the Splatoonity. Whatever you call the Splatoon community. They turn up. That was a crazy level, but I got a lot. Oh my god. Yeah, and a lot of these just instant scrap. That's fine. I mean, all of this is instant scrap too. Works for me. Scrapping. This. Ooh, okay. There's some good ones in there. I kind of want to switch to this water wing one that started at level 50, because this one started at 49. Like, oh, I know it's such a decrease, but I want to start being able to focus into this one. So I want this ignite to be scorch, or no, sorry, not scorch. I want the explosive ferment. I basically want the kit that I've got on this one. I'm thinking, or what's this? See, that's not bad. That's good against bosses. You know what, actually? I might try this one as that instead of explosive ferment. And then I'll get this one normal ferment when I can. I'm just gonna slowly start building this weapon out. Ahead of actually using it. And the part I'm upgrading is over here. I wanted to do this damage surge here. I think that should mean that I can afford to use it. Yep. Oh my god, now I get 100% extra damage after I do a jump. That's nice. Yeah, I don't have a Primo version of one of these yet, though. I want a Primo Splattershot Jr. That's what I long for. Because over here, see, these are the relic powers that I've got going. This one's huge for me for just sheer mobility factor. This one is really nice. I'm really hoping I can get the full version of this eventually. So I just keep firing. Faster HP recovery is huge. This one, I don't know if this is the same effect as the Splatlight one, but the Splatlight is only when they pick things up. Yeah, it just says mega power eggs are picked up when they touch them. So that, I honestly, because there's so many people who are like, oh, it's better to have it on the Splatolites than as the relic power, but the relic power also heals you with it. Which I think that's pretty nice, if you ask me. Anyways, let's go. Let's go do one of the hard ones. I'm gonna have to lock in. So I will not be talking much on this. If anything, you're gonna hear like panic. Whee! Oh, there's someone alive. Oh, God. That did not hurt me. Okay, that did. Oh my God. Okay, come on. One floor deeper. Honestly, this extra damage is really helping, I think. But it's still a struggle. Still a struggle. Big guy. Yeah. I heard a stinger spawn. Yeah. Hello, big shot. Level 466. Oh no, not one of these guys. See, this is the one. This is the one that I see him and I'm like, ah, great, this guy spawned. Okay, I gotta zip away. I don't wanna die. Check out some other enemies. Okay. Land over here. Got rid of the bomb arm. Got rid of the tongue arm. Get rid of his other arm. Okay, he's dead. Thank God. $30 seconds left and I'm almost done. That's huge. This is revolutionary. This surge. The surge. Oh my god, the surge. That's huge. The 100% damage surge is genuinely, like, that's life-changing for me. Okay, that's fine. I didn't really need that, but I'll take it. I miss ending the stage with like 30,000 Spiralite. Oh, those were the days. Okay, let's see what the next one's got for me. Level 83. See, the smokers, I don't mind, because the other thing is they have really low health. So when you see a smoker spawn, it's like one of the easiest bosses to kill. Oh, perfect. That's the path. Smoker, 2 stingers. Yeah, nice power race right there. Oh my god, this was at 469. Oh, peak. I can't believe we get to do 69 on stream. Don't take that out of context. Don't take that out of context, please. Please. Don't show me down, you doom. Okay. You're gone, okay. Oh, almost. Alright. You... There was a lot going on there. Oh my god. That's about rig's full. 469, here we come. Okay. I love how fast this game loads too. Can I just address the fact that it's like... This game does not look, beyond the sheer volume of the number of enemies on screen at a time, like, this game is using, generally, like, assets that are fine on Switch. Like, in fact, a lot of assets in the game are straight up from Splatoon 3. But I really think that this game shines on Switch 2, like, sheerly because, one, there's so many enemies and it's still running at like 60 FPS, and I've seen no noticeable drops at any point in time as far as like actual gameplay goes. And that's awesome. Like, cutscenes are rendered at 30, or not rendered, but run at 30. But I can appreciate that because it's like you've got more going on in a cutscene usually. You know, the scale is just different. Wow, that was a really easy floor. See, no big arm boy. Easy floor. It's literally like how difficult a floor is for me is sheerly determined by, is there a Mr. Arms Man? And my hope is no. Oh, sweet. The bronze teapot is level 2. I love how it was only a $1,000 value increase. I'm sorry. That's a stinger and a teapot. Look at him, he's so cute. Cute little man. I do love the level of detail on these though too. Like these are beautifully rendered. It's really cool how you can see like how they piece together the different materials that went into them. But at the same time, I don't think any of these feel like, oh, this could never have been on a Switch 1. Like, it might have been a slightly lower poly count. But, like, the textures, you can have them this high when you're not looking at, you know, a full scene beyond this. This doesn't feel that crazy. Like, I look at this, and it's like, yeah, this is just... This could be on a Switch 1. All of these things. Like, they could look good on a Switch 1. But just the sheer performance level is where it gets really nice. Wow, did not get a lot of items there. At least not those ones. What did I get? Splatlight damage up. Okay, so this is the high efficiency damage up one where it's 23% boost, but it's only 3 slots. The other one presumably is going to be like, you know, probably 8 slots, could go down to 6 if I had to guess, but it's going to be like a 100% damage up or a 50% damage up or something like that, because like this area up is 100%. Previously I was rocking this 60% that took 7 slots. This is 100 and took 8, and then I upgraded it and now it takes 6. So it's there's a lot of things like that in this game where you might get one that's a more like a higher level thing, but it's actually weaker than your previous one. It's just more efficient, or it's the same strength as your previous one, but it's more efficient. All right, I wanted to check. I don't know what is new over here. Something was new in here. It's probably not something valuable to me. No, that's okay. Going to 84. Yeah, because I'm right now at technically like level 68 equivalent. So like if I go to these ones, you see it doesn't say I'm at a high danger level. You know, these are all like they're good. They're good levels, and then it's like, oh, this is dangerous because it's like well above your level. Like once you're like a couple levels higher, this is like 5 levels higher. It's like, oh, that's outside of your comfort zone, buddy. But this is like, hey, very danger. And I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna go into it. But no, like this game, there's a few things that they do that I'm like, yeah, I don't think a Switch 1 could have done that. Like the glass, the way the glass looks in front of the character inside of your little tank, phenomenal. That's so well done. Like, amazing shader work, presumably, to make that glass look so good. Ow. I need to get out of there. Hello, buddy. oh. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm getting killed there. Oh, that's bad for me. I don't know if this is the run. I don't think this is the run. No. Oof. Let's run it back. I need to get to like floor 100, I think, because that's when supposedly that's when you unlock the like secret true boss. I don't know if anyone's found the bottom of this bottomless buffet yet. There's people who've gotten to like floor like 600 or something. I'm like, how do you have the time? And it's like, maybe it's just because I have like a full-time job and they're like a student or something, you know, where they have like a little more free time. I don't know. Maybe this is their job. Oh, God. Okay. Jeez, that was just barely. Just barely. That was a tough one. Just take this guy out. This guy out. Oh yeah. Fry might be helpful to use. Okay. What's floor 72 got for me? Oh, just a chubby boy. Hello, Mr. Chubby Boy. It's not gonna be enough. Dang. If I hadn't had my armor broken there, I think I could have done it because I would have had the mobility too. Run it back. Alright. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out. Go on now. Get. I don't know. That's interesting. Oh, it's the rain. Okay, Fry charged. I can use Fry early on the second floor. And then have another Fry charged up by the next floor. Would you guys have to not be in my way, please? Care to do that? No? Okay. I asked nicely and they said no. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little time for things to get around me. Why are you frozen? What are you doing? You're just standing in one spot. Oh, stinger. Almost done. Got it. 8 seconds left. Alright, well now I have Fry charged up. I can use her early on this floor. Have a second Fry charged up by end of this floor. And go for that. Nice. Something spotlights. There's a smoker around. Got it. Oh, man. Let's see. Plate helmet acquired. A fancy helmet. Curious what the last piece of this is going to be. It's probably, if I had to guess, going to be like one of those little like mouth grate things that like medieval knights had. Interesting. So it's just a free scorch. Thanks. Ooh, the high vertical damage. That is what I was kind of hoping to see at some point. That is a bit of a pricey one. Oh, but it's only one more than the one I currently have, and when I upgrade it, it's probably going to go down to 5. So it'll actually be more efficient. Oh, look at how tall those beams are. That's crazy. Upgrade parts. Okay, it drops down to 6. So it goes down to the same cost as this one was, but it's now a high instead of a mid. Which, that works for me. I'm not opposed. It's just, it's free extra damage to things that are in the air. Let's go down another set of floors. You can go away. Go away. Both you. Okay. No smoking. No smoking allowed. Wow, I had 30 seconds left on that. Not a bad floor. You can go away. Whoa. Oh god, I was like, I'm dead. There's no way. Okay. Next floor. Not 75, gonna try to get you. Okay, that's not too bad. Like, it's not great, but it's not the worst enemy I could have seen. Okay. Because now this does so much damage to these things when it rotates through, because it hits so much of their body. Eggs are full. We got it. Whew. Oh, that's nice. That's good to have. Alright, let's go so. Okay, that gets me upgrade room. Do I do an upgrade over here first? Nah, let's do over here. Yeah, because this comes with a free, like, 12% boost to damage. Like, they're still less than... I don't know. They're only slightly less than one shot from my gun, by default. Uh-oh. Whoops. Whoosh. I'm getting close. I'm getting close to floor 100. I'm gonna try this level 89 floor and we'll see. We'll see. We're back to pink. Ah, I don't like these floors. I like this narrow floor. Oh, that's scary. Here. Here. Uh-oh. Oh, there's eggs. Got it. Okay, no deaths so far. That's good, that helps. Okay, I see a smoker. Start with him. somewhere over there. Okay, now I died. Got it. 5 seconds. Let's not die while it's between floors. I think you can. I think you actually can die there. So. Which is just very not ideal. Oh god. I just like can't get a good view of where they are because it's the freaking pyramid. Uh-oh. Oh, dang it. Big shot. I didn't even pay attention to him because I was trying to keep an eye out for the maws. There we go. Hey, buddy. Yeah, no, that's it. I couldn't have done it in time. Okay, that floor's a little tricky. Alright, I think that's enough for now. I just wanted to see if I could do that for not quite. I'm gonna need to grind out a little bit more spiralite so that I can then upgrade more of my things. More. I can go from there. Okay, I want to charge my tank one. Wow, the tank one gives me so much less than that boost. Because now I'm doing 16,274. I'm doing 8137 without it. With it. Yeah, it's literally doing 8137. So what is it doing? Because I thought that tank one did increased damage. Yeah, it does. Okay. I think it's the... Okay, so it's 6781 without. 8136. Okay, so it gives me the same boost that the... Okay, I get it. It gives me the same boost that the ferment boost is. That makes more sense. Well, I think that's enough for today. So, yeah, thank you so much if you joined me live or after the fact. Ugh. Either way is cool with me as long as you had some fun. That said, I'm gonna go do human things as humans do, and you probably should too. Yep, this game good. This game good. I spent a lot of the stream locked in, and I know it's sung its praises at the start, but very good game. If you like Splatoon, but you don't care for the multiplayer, this is a great opportunity to pick something up that's not multiplayer focused. It does have multiplayer, but it's co-op, and it's generally been fun in my experience. I have not had a lot of connection difficulties. I have not seen people who have visible connection difficulties. So I'm wondering if they use this kind of as an opportunity to test a new netcode for Splatoon 4. That's why it's co-op only, because they were testing it. And so if it was bad, they could go, well, it was co-op. But it felt really stable to me, so that's really good. But the game's fun. It has really good cutscene work. It's beautiful. The in-game music is hectic and frenetic and crazy, and the type of thing that someone who really likes music theory is going to love. If you are like me and you just like how good music sounds, I don't care for it. But I think it's really cool how dynamic it is, how many pieces there are that get layered in as you're like being swarmed with salmonids and stuff. And I love that in universe it's music by salmonids. I think that's really cool. Even if it does not sound the prettiest. But no, this game's been great. It makes me excited to see what they end up doing with Splatoon 4. I feel like visually Splatoon 4 is going to look like insane compared to this, because this feels for the most part Switch 1-esque in some ways. Like there's a lot of things where it's like, yeah, Switch 1 had these, Switch 1 had those, but this is like a PS4 strength console, so like it's like how far can you go beyond that? And I think Splatoon Raiders, they chose to stay more Switch 1 because there's more stuff going on, whereas I think Splatoon 4, they might go, well, we're back to like, you know, these smaller scale turf wars and ranked matches, and so they might take that and go in a direction where it's like fundamentally just, I don't know, more polished visually, more visually intensive, because you can hold that easier with fewer people. Maybe they won't, but I don't know. I still think this game looks really good. I don't think it looks bad, but the Splatoon games have always looked good, is the issue. It's like the stylization is so strong that they really never look bad, and they only look, it's weird, they look bad in hindsight. Like you'll play one and then you go back to the previous game, like, doesn't look as good. But no, I've really enjoyed my time spent playing Splatoon Raiders thus far, and I'm hoping that the rest of the franchise on the Switch 2 is going to be wonderful. But if you aren't into the main series and you don't really want to get into a competitive environment or a multiplayer, you're shooting each other environment with a bunch of people that are more experienced than you in the series, there's honestly a great starting point, because the selling point of normal Splatoon games is the multiplayer. This one's is the single player. So you can play this and get, you can get really good at Salmon Run, but also you can build up a lot of the skills that are going to be vital for you if you then were to go and start playing online in like a separate space. So I think this is a really genius game for them to have made, because I've seen so many people like, this is my first Splatoon game, this is my first Splatoon game, this is my first Splatoon game, multiplayer doesn't appeal to me. And so I think this gives them a chance to have experience built up, so that if Splatoon 4 comes out, they're like, you know what? I am curious about the multiplayer Splatoon games. I enjoyed my time with Splatoon Raiders. You know, I think that can be like a good kind of a gateway to get them into the rest of the series. But, yeah. Anyways, I'm yapping. I'm just yapping, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, I will see folks next stream. Hopefully Wednesday, but I don't know for sure. As I've been saying, like, work's been crazy busy. I've been like heavily training like a new hire. So between that, juggling my normal tasks, being given some additional tasks, I have been busy. So I have not had as much energy to like dedicate towards, you know, doing streams and stuff like that. But that's where I've been. That's why I've been, you know, not as active in the past couple weeks. But no, things are going good. I am alive and well. But yeah, wrapping it up. I'm gonna go get this. Yeah. Keyboard. All right. Goodbye.